Da-da-ding, da-da-ding. Awesome. Get the multi-stream going. And what I want to do is check out the YouTube. All right. Hopefully I'm getting a little smarter. Didn't plan this out though. I'm hoping this will be the last build for this. Bet you never know. Going into, let's invite our friends from the domain, a great group for Mega Bloks. And we can invite one more group. How about no, they're not always thrilled with this. I want to get one more share before we start. Hey, Atomic, how you doing? First? Yep, you're first in the door. Let me know how the video looks and the audio sounds if you don't mind. Maybe I'll leave it at that. How about here? To some of my friends worldwide. All right. I'm waiting for a courier to come by, and they got a nasty habit of hit and running, not even knocking. So if I run away from the screen, it's only for a moment. Ba-doop boop. Okay, let's put that. I need to put this somewhere safe. Because I'm not buying yet another keyboard. Not doing it. Hey, Bricks Toys. Thank you. Appreciate it. Have fun at camp. Can't wait to hear about it. Hopefully you snap a few pics or take a few short vids. Share it. Looking forward. Enjoy your day. Alright. I was on book 2. And we did the hardest part at the end of the stream last night, early this morning, getting those treads on. They haven't split yet, so that's a great sign. And I grabbed the wrong book, because that's book 1, and I need book 2. So, stick that there. I'm hoping it's going to start getting a little easier. Not that it's been difficult, it hasn't. I don't want to move my camera. There we go, some nice figs there. Okay, so let's see. Let me put a dent in this. I actually spent most of the last hour playing with some new settings. Always tweaking. Always tweaking. But I did learn to, what's the word I'm looking for? Accelerate the process. So under this software, it's now faster for me to start up than it was the last 5 or 6 times. Oh, you shot a full video of the camp. Nice. Great, great, great. And Chris Murray liked the stream. Thank you, brother. Appreciated. Okay. Oh, one. Okay, they want me to pull a printed one, because what they show is 2 of these tiled parts. But if you look carefully, one of them's printed. So since I kept them all together, where's my printed ones? And which print specifically? Yeah, see, some are unique. Alright. So that's the one they want. Yeah, it looks like my camera got a little bit better. I'm about a month away from putting the money down on probably a good DSLR that's going to be used for the top down. I don't think I needed any sharper on my head, because then it'll showcase any blemishes I might have. So, I mean, I'm not terribly vain, but I don't want to highlight stuff if I don't have to. Ooh, nice and stiff. So now we're doing, I guess, what is probably going to be the side skirt. It's not often I get to do a nice afternoon one video, but my stream, my wife, took off. Sale at Pennington's or something, so off she went. And as you can see, I reduced down to 4 trays, so we went from 6 to 5 to 4. So as the streams move on, we edit and reduce. I'm also half expecting my daughter to call. But if I run away from the screen, I promise it's only for a few moments. I don't have a transition screen for my aways yet. I didn't import it. So, 2 more. 2 of these. Okay, I am going to click away from this just to make sure live chat first. The only problem with the multi-stream, I don't see your individual icons. I only see YouTube or Facebook icons in front of your name. If I switch to the other chat, that's great, but then it doesn't refresh properly. And instead of sharing the Facebook link, I shared the YouTube link to other groups in case I have a catastrophe like last night where my internet went out. YouTube can and will try and reconnect, but as I learned, Facebook can't or won't, sadly enough. Come on. Just one of those. You know, So I can improve this just a little if I don't need to be so big. Because if I unlock and there we go. I'm just worried no one sees what I'm doing, so Shazam. And look at that, I made blemish smaller too. It's funny to be my age and you still get the odd blemish. Nope, nope. Yep. 2 jumpers. And I did move stuff around, so my memory is a little sketchy. But that looks like, nope. Good piece. I need the opposing one. Okay. Alright, so you know what I should do, just to not be confused. How's my audio, guys? I know I'm still having issues with the laptop with the onboard audio, so I'm still having to work with my USB audio. But I found a couple of settings and the event joins and stuff, which should appear here where my finger is. That should be a little less bang in your ear. And I need 2 more of those irons. I call them irons. They're not. Sounds good? Awesome. I don't think I'm ever going to get it where I want it unless I invest in a different microphone setup. And the problem with doing that is wow. I am just not paying attention to stuff, you know? I'm just not. Okay, so I'm definitely one jumper. Okay. I'm all over the place on this build for some reason. So what I'm going to do is that even used in this part? And it's the wrong one, so I don't know what the mental difficulty is today. But I'm okay. So I've got 2 different builds going. So we're going to keep the jumper. We're going to put the iron back for a second. We're going to take that piece I just literally put back. I actually need the second jumper. It's 4 different parts of the body skirt for this thing. And then 2 and 2 again. 2 and 2, no pictures. Leave the picture, 2. You know, I read some studies on how we learn. And one of the things I don't like about the modern education system is like how they're teaching kids to read whole word and stuff. And because, we learned phonetically how to read as a kid. And ultimately, I still think it's best. Because I'm watching kids today who don't know how to sound things out and stuff. But, having said that, I've seen some of the online goofiness where people show how you recognize words, as a whole. Especially if the beginning and end characters are correct, the brain puts everything together properly. And I found that incredible because I'm dyslexic and actually extremely so. Reading is it's not a constant battle, but I have to focus. And it's not just turning, words like saw into was. There's many characters that get transposed in here. So I have to focus. It's not the most horrible problem in the world. There's definitely a lot worse things to deal with. It is survivable. You can get past it. But so I see these studies, and and I think back to how I was diagnosed and how I was taught to look past the limitations and figure out how to read. So I went from one of the lowest readers in grade 4 to being one of the highest reading comprehension, language skills in grade 5. And that was mostly due to late grade 3, early grade 4 diagnosis of my problem, of my learning disability. It's exactly what it is. It's a learning disability. A very good teacher's aide spotted the problem. Volunteer. I got nothing but respect for the volunteers in education. Spotted my problem, correctly diagnosed it, started a course of action that taught me how to get past the problem. Oh, hang on. Hey, double A. A&A Hobbies in-house. Do you build Kobe? You know what? I have 2 Kobe sets. And it was during a dark age when I was, let's say, under contract to not do any alternate brick builds. Basically, I was making videos for a Chinese company. So I do have a couple. I like Kobe. Not perfect by any means, but definitely one of the upper tier manufacturers for the alternative stuff. So the question I have for you is, why do you ask about Kobe? A local store near me has a huge selection. Really? But I have not tried them out yet. You know what? I'd recommend finding an affordable model, especially if you're fortunate enough to get those as a box set, which really helps, that you're going to get what you're expecting to get, because Kobe's copied. I mean, people copy the Kobe stuff. So, I mean, if you can get it as a box set, Kobe branded in a box locally where you are, it sounds like a good opportunity for you to dabble and try if you want to step out of the Lego world. Yeah, ship or tank. Are you into the ships and tanks? And this is going to be your first step outside of Lego to try it? Because I guarantee you, going Kobe or Oxford or Panlos or any number of these other guys will play value toys. Wow, I've ordered from them in the past. They were great for having Lego sets beyond their retail shelf life and at very fair pricing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to check out your vlog on that. There you go, everyone. In Canada, you got Play Value Toys, which is in Ottawa or Quebec, one or the other. A&A will correct me, I'm sure. I've ordered from them in the past. I've had good experiences with them. Probably haven't ordered from them in the last year and a half, but I tell you, from like 2012 on, there was, every year I was ordering something from them. Oh, that's horrible. How do people drink Diet Coke or Coke Zero? Oh, that's horrible. I got some left over from last night. Buy a cheap, affordable Ottawa. Excellent. Buy a cheap, affordable set. Dabble in it, because the thing is, the build quality, the clutch, the molds, everything are going to be the same on a cheap entry level set as compared to a major commitment set. So try the cheap one first. That's what I did before I started getting hip deep in some of them. And then if you like it, there's a whole world of stuff out there. Kazi, Cootie, Cooties, Panlos, Oxford. Especially if you're interested in military themed stuff. Almost Jingbao, but Jingbao has very direct ties to previously Lepin and such. It's a forward-facing division that is doing. They've done some progressive licensing, bring in people like Fabir, major designers done a lot of the car mocks and stuff. So that they're trying to go legit, at least with that branch. Trying to think who else you could try. I know my Panlos tank is one of my favorites. Big, heavy. It's really shiny though. They don't marbleize. But hit me up and I can probably even throw a couple of names at. And if you've seen my Snups / RM Brick B, I think I've got a fair bit of my non-Lego, non-Mega Block stuff listed. And if it's listed, you'll see the photos and links to videos. But yeah, you can also just check on YouTube. I think I've made most of them visible again. Turned them back on, so to speak, when my NDA and my exclusivity ran out. Yeah, COVID kind of killed that for me. When we couldn't get stuff from China, I can't make videos. I'm not making money. So yeah, I was one of those guys who was paid to make videos for some less than scrupulous Chinese companies, and paid well, because of course A, I can build, and B, I can talk when I needed to. But oddly enough, they did not use my audio. I think they just wanted me to do the work. More times than not, they dubbed me over in their native. I wasn't annoyed. I was getting paid. I didn't care. You get paid to build something. But since I feel a little screwed over since our contract kind of dried up, I'm not linking to them, and I'm not telling anyone who I work for. And they're getting no promotion from me whatsoever now. Not sour grapes, just didn't like the way it ended. Maybe that is sour grapes. Oh, actually, double A, while I got you here. So last night, Jazz jumped into the stream, and both you and him at different times have suggested whether we do StreamYards or something else, but some sort of collaboration. I've been open to anything, but I've not pushed because I'm still on my mega kick, trying to get through building out my my little army. Still got 2 or 3 big sets I got to build. So I didn't feel any push to come forward to hook up with you guys online, because both of you seem to be pretty Lego centric. And I figured once I was done these and I could refocus on maybe a wave of Lego, whether it be Star Wars or maybe the ideas, maybe the Ghost and the 2 little shuttle ships. I mean, there's definitely themes I want to bang out. And I figure when I do, that'd be a good time to jump in and work with you. And by then I should have some of my tricky audio stuff fixed. Because of course anything I jump into, I also want to be able to stream and rebroadcast myself. Oh, nice. Good luck. I will have to take a look at that stream afterwards. Mock competitions. That is something I could get into. I've run a few and I've won a few. Alright, I got what looks like all the panels I need to get started on this. So, now what I hate is they just say slap them on, and it's like, you know, at what point? So it's probably this. This and this. No. Oh, I got the wrong pieces in the wrong areas. So this should look something like this, and like that. But at what height? How much do I leave visible? It's not terribly clear where I stud in. So timeline's all good, no worries. Solar Brick Builders is channel name. Contest is on. Cool, talk to you later. Alright, you have a good time, man. Peace. Okay, so a fair bit of that's visible. And you know what? There's one of my indicators is, what is visible here? Okay, so if those are visible, I'm using the picture on the next page. If I can just barely see the edge. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So I'm going to sit, because otherwise it's this. And I'm pretty sure I see more. I mean, that's looking high. I might need a referee's ruling on this. Well, it has to be there because I don't see these plates. So, see, that's wrong. Oh, I'm looking at the. All right, what? This is frustrating. So that makes more sense. This is not studding in as easy as I think it should be. You know what, which is, whoops, par for the course. I'm putting on the skirt for virtually any tank build I've ever done. Skirts are either hard to go on or hard to come off. Come on guys, you know this is true. And that sits there. And we'll turn those headlamps. And we're going to use that alignment to determine this alignment. Wow, come on. Oops. But once you get started, then it gets a lot easier. Come on. Oh, you dirty. Having my first tolerance issue. Why? Okay, you know what? Well, first, I'm off by at least a stud. So all that's coming off. So, reboot. What a pain, what a pain. Come on. I'm making this harder than it needs to be. So the reason that wasn't going on is because I was trying to make a stud connection. Jumping. I missed by one stud, and by the time I got to the end, it's a half stud offset. Which is why that wasn't going on. I'm a poopy head. So, there's a side skirt on. Both sides, and it's correct now. If I leave it like that, that's pretty cool looking. Okay. I was wondering about that one sandbag. So we got this, one sandbag, 2x3. No, that's not a 2x3. I moved the trays from last night. I'm reaching to where there is nothing. Where is that wing piece? Different bin this time? Nope. Single piece there. I only had maybe one more of these things. Where did I chuck it back to? Oh, come on. Remind me again why we like brick toys so much. There are definitely times I want to throw the stuff out. I wonder why I aggravate myself. And then I remind myself, this is what brings me inner peace. And then I laugh at myself. 2 jumps. 1 plate and 3 tile. 3 tile is easy. One plate. But I'm still missing the 2 plates with hinge bits on them, which would have been something I would have put in probably a weird spot. Jumpers. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, I mean, I know I'm going to kick myself in a moment because they're just going to be like, yeah, we were right here the whole time. I mean, at this point, they've been mixed in somewhere where they shouldn't be. And that's on me. Here they are. See, I've gone over 3 times. Not getting smarter as I get older. Thought I was. Alright. So we're building some sort of hatch or something to cover the engine mount. Okay, that's step 1. Step 2. Like that. Two by 3 plate. Step 3. Jumper. This tile there. And another one of these here. And sandbag. Oh, Ultimate Doom. You think you could build this without me? Yeah. No, I didn't think that at all. I was just hoping you got some sleep. I got up at 6, which was hilarious because I went to bed at 4. And then I stayed in bed with the wifey until 9. Okay, that's kind of weird. And it's the rubber piece. I wonder if I could do something about that. So, it's a little raised. Not horribly so, but it is. So, maybe what I gotta do is change the position of the hose. Oh, that didn't make it better. And they don't show it flush. It's not flush or anything. It just shouldn't be so raised. So I'm not liking how that's positioned there. that didn't correct my problem. Now, if I bend it the other, oh, that's just not ugly. That's just ugly. You know what? That's going to be a problem for another day. Okay, what if... See, they show the hose completely laying down, but I mean, that's only a little bit better, and not by a lot. So I've moved this hose. So before it was straight and going in at 90 degrees, and it still kept this going too high. Seems like no matter which way I angle this hose, and it's as far onto the pegs as I possibly can do. Maybe that's the trick. Maybe it doesn't need to be as far onto those tubes. Wow, they're on there good. Okay, a little surgery time. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Ding, ding. Whoops. Put that back in. Oh, this is what I hate when you start messing around and things start coming off. Thank you. So I'm going to adjust this hose, hopefully not ruin it. Okay, so the hose is just barely on there. And we're going to loosen the hose. Oh, I don't have the best of luck pulling out. Haha. Okay, so it's out. This goes against my better judgment. Okay, so I've got it back on. Can I okay, this is where I need double check the instruction back then. Yeah, I mean, it might keep it raised no matter what. At what point did we include it? Okay, so it is raised. It is raised. And I just did a horrible thing putting one piece back. Oh man, never gonna get it. Wow. And that's what we call boo-boo time. Nope, nope, nope. And I don't want to take a whole section of this off if I can help it. Ooh. Not good, not good. Okay. Yep. Yep, I did it. Okay. Put that back there. Well, at least this should be an easy fix. Okay. So my damage is corrected. Now the only problem is by me doing this. Is is that? See, I mean, that's not following the instruction though. But let's see. Actually, at the back of this, do they show it open, the front end open at all? No. And the hatch actually looks pretty good, but I do see it raised a bit. So the box is no help. And how about the back of the manual? Not a lot of help there. And I mean, that's showing it pretty clean. In fact, one more check on where that was added, because nope, they did it at a right angle. I mean, I didn't do it wrong. Their part is just too big. Because if I do, I mean, that looks just bad. I don't want it to look bad. And that's not going to be good, because that's just going to be up like too much. So let's take it off one more time. Then I'm going to stop screwing with it. So we are once again pushing it on as much as I reasonably can, basically hoping to shorten the length of the tube. Even so much as to push it just over the bend just a little bit. Okay. I don't know if this really solves anything, but I try. Now see, that seems better. It seems a lot better. And if I push this down as much as possible, that's all I can do. And it's still up a bit. So, can't win. Looks good. But that's it. I cannot endlessly sit on one old step. To me, the fix is actually, to me, the fix is to cut it short, because twisting it does not help me much there, and that just raises it. And if I do that, that's not much better either. There, I'll make it look more natural. There. Done, 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 done. The OCD was kicking in there. I think that was my biggest problem. Brick toys do not help if you have any amount of OCD. Because you look at it like, oh, the alignment is off, or two pieces aren't merging up quite right. Okay, I'm not sure why I grabbed these. Oh no, I do need them, but I need two with a bar. one with a bar. 1x2 modified wood bar. That's what we call in the Lego world. And an L pipe. Still got some, I'm sure. Very cool now. So doing a hatch here. Do this at a right angle, as far in as it'll go. Definitely a nice unique piece to Mega. There we go. So we've got this. Now what are we doing here? 4. So if I do like that, and then the plate with handle or plate with bar. And then this goes on here. And then 2 tiles. Whoops, 2 tiles. Nice. So there's our sub-assembly. And, oh, very cool. And the handle's going to be up. Nice. Okay. I'm a doofus. But that's okay. Nice. So there's our hatch. We got our doorway in, our discrete doorway, and then here's our loading ramp. Wow, this is coming along. What I like is that the insides are not an afterthought. It doesn't feel like they built this, you know, from the outside and then forgot. Cool. Very cool. Ooh, we're getting... Finally, we get to use the ring. These 2 rounded pieces, a 1x5, 2x3, and a 1x3. Going to be a little tricky figuring out the actual placement at first. Maybe if I can get the 5 on. No, that does not help me. The 5 is actually not studded in. Wow, why not use the 6? That seems foolish. That seems foolish. Wow. All right. Trusting the process. I mean, no matter what, that looks wrong. That is on the 2s, so that's correct. That's 1 stud. That's 1 stud. Wow. All right, definitely asymmetrical. Two by 3. And 2 of these slopes up. Or inverted slopes. There's another inverted slope. L plates. Da-da-dee, da-da-da. Come on, don't be hiding. You're all gonna get a chance. So we're gonna take one like that, and another one like this. How are we doing? No drops. 80% CPU. It's because of what I'm doing with the background. I'm debating if I'm gonna keep that or not. The outer frame. Plus, I don't know what that's gonna do on my speed ups later. I might regret that hugely. Okay, so okay, so that kind of looks like it's going there. And then what? That across the 5 there. Okay. Not sure what it's looking like. Okay, so it's not those, and it's not those. So it must be one of each of these. And I need the L's again. 2 there. One more of the inverted short slope. 2 by 6 and 2 by 4. End to end. Not terribly obvious where everything goes. I'll say that much. So, okay. Definitely on the confusing side. So, this, should only be able to go together one way, right? I think. And if this is the case, then this one must have to go here. And then with all of that, that's like this. Okay. He's a weird one, Mr. Grinch. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da-da-da. A 1x3 with a double jump. That's this one. And 1 brick, traverse style. One problem is I've been doing so many streams and not enough of my review videos. My hard drive is filling up. Well, there you go. There's your Toronto time. For those playing along at home, two of the tall boys. And I want to say, well, I think it's two rounded, which is good because I don't see any in there. So we're going to say it's two with holes. So, with us here, put that there, one of these on each side. One of these, I need one bar. 1x2 modified bar. I need 2x3. Sorry, a 1x3, and I need two of them. 1x4. I need two of them. 2x4. With it facing this way. 4. 3. 2x4. 3. 1x2 plate modified with studs hanging off the edge. This is, this is going to be our connection for our turret. And that leaves me with a 1x4. Goes in there. That's where we're at. So 2x3, 1, 2. I can grab these two because they're kind of dark together. 1x4 and 2 square studs. Okay. So we're back to here. Two by threes, one stud, two by two, another stud over here in the corner, and we've hit the 1 hour mark. Isn't this usually where something goes horribly wrong? Ooh, that's horrible. Coke 0, room temperature after an hour. Especially under 7 lights. Yep, 7 lights. Okay, 1x4. 1x3, the last one. 1x2. 1x2 jumper. And 1x2 tile. So now it's 1x3 here. 2x3 there. 1x2 there. Jumper. Tile. And 1x4. 2 and 2, so we're cleaning that out. Up here in the corner should be 2 tall ones. 2 tall slopes. 1 by 2 tile. I need 2 of them. I need 1 jumper. Then oh, don't do that. Okay, then I need, yes, tiles modified with stud. Okay. Okay, very weird. Okay, so we're going to drop the jumper in there. Then that there. And okay, so I'm going to take this and this. That's going to go here. That's 1. Going to do the same over here. It's very rare that I'm frustrated with Lego's instructions, but everybody else is. So I'm going to do one way and one the other. That seems to make sense. Okay, so with that, nice. Don't know how I'm going to get a minifigure in or out of there, but nice. So what have I got here? 1, 2, 3. So I must need that. The 2 round. Okay, 1, 2. How cool are these, by the way? That's a nice piece. And then I call them rails, or 1, 2. Okay. So now, still with the front facing the one way. Okay, it's 1, 2. Looking nice. Your whole turret sits on this one bar, though. So depending on how heavy they make it, it's either going to be a lot of fun or a lot of grief. I do so love the tanks. There we go. Oh, and that throwaway piece I tossed back. One of those. 2 of the low slopes. 1 tile. So that's going to go here. Yeah, it's the little bits that really make it all look really cool. So the 2 low slopes, and I gotta believe it probably looks like that. We'll see in the next photo. And it looks more or less like I got it right. I mean, it might be lower, but if it's lower, if it's lower, it's too low, so that can't be it. We're going to go with that. Yeah, we're going to go with that. Okay, so in the dark bits, what have I got left here? One of these, 1x3. Still got some. The last of the plated wedge. Whoops, don't go nowhere. One of the circle bits. Where did they go? And this needs to be plate, not holes. So this is going full to the edge. No, don't go back. Stay. Excuse me. 1x3. The circle. Ooh, wow. That's a tight fit. You know, I built one tank from one company where I had built the upper turret. And it was such a beautiful build. But it was so horrible. It basically exploded in your hands. Between the stress you were putting the bricks under and the lower quality of the bricks. Okay. 76. Going to be one of those. A tile. Where are the clips? I haven't done a clip in a while. Clip. Single stud. And a single tile. Alright. Welcome to Quiet Afternoon Streams with All Bricks Count. I'm not complaining though. I've learned to appreciate the quiet. It's not that I want my wife and daughter to disappear, but under COVID, it's rarely quiet anymore. I built myself a sweet streaming setup and I can't use it half the time because my wife uses place as a home office herself. Is doing a fair bit of her own streaming. Okay, now this is where I may end up having issues with parts and stuff. We will see. 1, 2. We're going to use this to corral the little parts. 1, 2. Come on. 3. Okay, those are all the same color. That's a good sign. The 2 clips that last night, remember, I had determined I needed now. Okay, tan. Says I know I don't have it in brown. Ooh, ooh. Don't lose it. Very good. So is there a gray cylinder? Yup. That isn't it, but this is. Okay, gray cylinder. T-joint. Okay, that looks like a dark pipe. Dark pipe. A very weird piece, so we're going to just say it's that. That looks like a longer pipe, 2 of those. Now I'm looking under the light carefully. I'm guessing I don't need... No, I do. I do need it, and I do need it in black. Okay. Whoops. Oh. We'll see you later. Something I think I discovered. That's right, me, myself, and I. Tube. Okay, so I'm going to move this over here, because really that has not changed in the last 20 minutes. Okay, so if I'm super careful, I can do this. So, pin, long tube, pin, long tube, pin. Now this one's a little loose. Okay, it goes in tight there, but if I have a problem, I got a solution for it. Take a little bit of cellophane, liquid paper, just to add a little thickness to it, not to glue it. So we've got this piece here. Boom. Very nice. Now this into here. It's tight enough, so I'm not going to have to use my trick. We've got this and whatever this is. It's a block tube thing, so not much I gotta worry about there. Boom, boom. Cool. So that's gonna go on the finally the turret. Nice amount of resistance there, so I'm not too worried about it. And so I skipped a whole bunch of steps, because apparently I am a poopy head. Yes, I said poopy head, I'm a father. I try not to swear. Just trying to see if my package is actually on a truck again. No, I think it's still on the same truck it was on yesterday. All right, so what did I goof up? So I missed. Okay, so these are not what I need. Now I've missed a step. Which is kind of funny. Or did I? So from here, I see that. I tell you, I honestly can't tell. No. From one diagram to the next, here to here, there's a shadow, which implies an elevation, but that's why I was convinced I goofed up. But okay, I wish that went in a little more, but it's okay. So if I've done that, I've done that, these pieces I just don't need yet. So there's our turret. Okay, how many of these do I need? 2. Here, let's use our circle. 2. 1 gray pipe. 1 tile. 1 clip. 1x2. 1 of those. Toilet seat cover. I don't know why I call it that, but I just thought it was cute. Rubber antenna. And the brick. It was a unique brick. Yeah, there's the unique brick. It's got a print. There's 2 studs here. Holes there. Technic connections there. It's a bloody mess is what it is. Okay, we can put that there for a second since it looks like, what am I doing? I'm making a weapon. So here, ow. All right. That's the only thing I don't like about building bricks is when your fingers get sore. Oh, missiles! I didn't grab the missiles. 1, 2. Okay, I have no idea how far in I'm supposed to put these missiles, but that felt like it was too far. It definitely felt like it was too far. So we'll push it through till it stops. There. Oh my god. Just till their point of resistance there. This way they don't feel like I'm going to lose them. And then we got this. Pipe. So we can connect this back up. If I've done it right, it should marry up nicely. Okay, that looks good. Looks really good. This clips on here. Wow, look at that. little side mount rocket launcher. Let's put the antenna on. Pretty sure it's dead center. Now I wish that was a tighter fit. This one, I think we're going to apply a cellophane fix. I take a tiny bit of plastic. It's always good to, you know, if I've used rubber bands, they're good too. I'm probably the only guy that keeps modeler snips around when he's doing bricks. Tape is nice too. Oh, look at that. You see that? I cut it and it's gone. Like, it's so hard to see. Tape could be better. Now, what you do is you put it over the hole. If static don't get you, so you can pick it up with the static. Or almost. I gotta admit, this is a little tedious here. What a stupid technique he's doing it. Man, it's gone. I mean, this is the hard part. Sometimes I'll use a tweezers to hold it in place. And of course, just breathing is enough to move it. Now it's virtually invisible. I know it's not sharp focus, but it's virtually invisible and you can't see it. And now that I know that's an issue, I can actually make it better later. But yeah, a little bit of plastic, those snips, can solve a lot of problems. And that's not a Mega Bloks thing. That's an anything thing. The toilet seat cover. Oh, look at that. That looks so nice. Easy opening. Just barely covers the bricks, but that's okay. That's not a knock. Alright. Finally, a big plate. 2 1x8s, 2 1x6s. Got some renewed energy here. 1x4 special, sorry, 2x4s, and then this is a 2x4 with jumpers. Tile, 2 1x4s, and a 1x2, what? 1x2 plate? 1x2 plate. Alright, so I'm guessing we are now going to start assembling the top. And it did say 2 of these, right? Okay, it would help if I follow instructions. So there's the 1x6. And then we do this, we do this. Easy peasy. Now if I do this right, it should just sit on top of the tank. No fuss, no muss. Two. This one's going on this side. Okay, nice. One dark round stud, which could be a problem. Yeah, that could be a problem. Because it is expecting one. And it's very clearly dark. And those are clear. Well, let's pull everything else. 1, 2, 3. 1 by 6. 2 of the 2 by 4s. 1 by 4. 1 by 3. 2 by 2. L shape. 2 by 2 with bar. One square stud. Okay, that's a tan. I want to make sure I don't need it because I'm going to use it. So, in all likelihood, I use the dark one where I shouldn't. So I'm going to use that instead of pulling a black piece. And I can always troubleshoot my builds later. Okay, so or I could hide the sin. With a dark gray because I mean I probably shouldn't pull up Lego in the middle of a mega stream, but guess what? I mean, it's not going to be that big a deal. And then nothing goes into that. Let me see though. If I've got one handy without going far. Okay, that's going to be way too light. I'm sure all of you have these bins where you put all your extras. Ooh. Now that, because I know what's going on next, and it's going to be this. That's too dark. It's too bad, because that might have been okay. Without going, Don't want to use a black one. Tell you what though. Yeah, silver will be no good. we'll do? We'll just use the one I don't need. That's tan. And then I'll troubleshoot later. Looking in the build, see where I might have swapped one where I shouldn't have. And all right, so for this part of the build we need, is it the 6? So there's 6, 8, and we're still good on everything, no drops, nice. One plate this way, one plate that way over it, okay. And we're going to take one of these, one stud, that's going apparently over this, which is a little on the weird. Let's see. If we've got 3 and 2, so we take like that, that, like that. We're going to use this one here in place of a dark gray. And that's going to go on apparently like this, like that, and bar this way. Okay, so this is one over because it fits like that when it's right. Okay. And this is the offending stud here. There should be some sort of dark gray. And I'll either find it at the very end, or it'd be funny if it was wedged in another piece, because that happens far too often. Okay, so this is a drop in, and it can only fit one way. So we're finally using that for the turret. And I'm just checking there, so I don't have it there. Should just put these back. Just so I see them. Alright. So that's what that's looking like. So the clip I'll take back. This piece I'll take back. Need 4 of these. 4 of these. Good. 1 square tile. And a big graded tile. So on this build here, with it facing this way, this is just sticking out. That's going on top, kind of like a vent, I guess. And over here we have 1 clip. Okay, have to assemble this piece first and then put it on. So it looks like it's weirdly studded on here. Alright, like that. So there's a shovel in here somewhere. Two of these. We're definitely getting near the end here. You can smell it. This low slope. Okay, so what are they saying I gotta do here? So with this sticking out, one there, one slope here, one tile here, L-shaped tile with stud, tile, and this snaps in each way. Oh, it makes for a nice shape that way. And the shovel. I'm going to do it down, not up. There's the grate. Okay, not much left. Circle. 2x2 eclipse, 1x3, 1x2. Okay, a kind of sort of hatch, which is going here. So it's covering something, probably the pilot, the driver. All right. Clicky time. There we go. We got full rotation, no resistance, it's not stuck on anything. Turret moves up and down. Very nice. This whole piece can now go on top, and I need 2 backpacks. So I'm going to put the backpacks on first. I don't like how far they stick out. If the hole went in further, I think it would look more like it would look normal. So this whole piece drops in on top very nicely. Trying to figure out how much is too much. I feel, there we go. Something is, what I'm doing is I'm pulling away from the center to see if this will drop in a little cleaner. Because it doesn't, I mean, I guess it does sort of stud like that. So I have studded it in with one stud and it comes out cleanly. You find that one stud and that's the trick, getting that one stud to stud in. Oh man, this is crazy. That's the completed tank, guys. That is an impressive beastie. Front hatch opens up, revealing the engine bay. Got a rocket launcher there on the side of the turret. Turret does full 360. Hatch opens up there. The figure will probably drop all the way down. I don't think it's deep. Yeah, it's actually it's deep enough. The depth is probably good where it'll stand out. What else have you got for features here? Oh, the rear door. And then you got the ramp. Extra weapons. You can see where the guy can stand up in here. This thing is beautiful. That is a nice, nice tank. Smaller than I thought. But you know what? Usually they are. So I'm looking at the hatch here. It's like, yeah. There's just no way. Take the... If I were to try and put these figures in, leaving their backpacks on, and that's the other thing, half the time with their backpack, it's not even possible. Okay, so we've got that there, and you could stud him into the seat. You absolutely could. There, it's the first time I've ever done that. I've studded him in the seat. And then looking here, I'm going to take off this guy's accessories. He's hanging around through the top hatch. And then they show the other guy running out the back. Sometimes, okay, I'm going to lean him back because I can see where his head might make contact. Alright, so we're studded down. I could probably have sat him straight up. Maybe the head would clear this way. Maybe, but you can see him inside, kind of, sort of. So you got this guy on the top. Actually, we can give him back his sniper. I tell you, it's beautiful. And then this guy, well, we just have him run out of the back. It'd be nice if there was a stud, then you could stud him in. But you know what? Oh yeah, so check this out. So book 1, book 2. Let's see what's left here. I always like to take stock of what's left. So that's one trade done. Oh, I will be right back. Hello.
Hi, Dad.
Hi. No? Oh, I thought you were calling me because someone called you. Oh. Okay. No, I haven't. You guys get whatever you're going to get. Okay? Bye. Okay, bye-bye. False alarm. False alarm. Well, I jumped up thinking, hey, George. You caught me at the end here, brother. How long you been there? My daughter called and I was about to just jump out the door for 2 seconds. You building anything today? I just literally finished this build with possibly one mistake, a tan stud and a black stud issue. No stud there, just plastic piece of crud that I snipped off from a previous build. Oh yeah, there's the shield. And there's something I'll need to look up. I didn't use the clear studs. So, something is amiss. And I didn't use that, although I'm pretty sure that's going on a gun. But otherwise, it's looking like I got the pretty typical single leftover pieces. Largely useless to me. Square stud, square stud. I could probably put a square stud where I was missing the other stud. But there's the build. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, watch out, clears. But this was cool. This is the sniper box, the case for the if you can get it open, for the gun. Painted on one side, foam on the other. You can put the gun in there, close it up. Very, very cool. Maybe the clear studs go on here. I know I didn't mess with that police shield in the beginning. Although I think the tan will go on the shield. Yeah, this is the tan. So, I mean, I never bother with the shields, but there's the shield. And then I got two clears with no idea where they go. Actually, it's going on the... There we go. Oh. Funny how that works out. So, we take those off because as the clears are supposed to go in there. Didn't catch that last night in part 4. And now that gives me my black. Because remember how I said I had one wrong one? So I put the tan back, I take one black, and look at that. It all comes out. Still not sure what that is, but... And at no point did we use this that I can tell. Typically we use it on a gun, but... You know what? I will keep it in reserve if I have to. Okay, you know what though? They're showing it with his gun. Which I could do. But I think maybe I'll keep it as is. But so as we approach 2 hours, I think we're going to call it a stream. take the figures out. Because the truth is I won't display the set with the figures in there. Figures are half of what's cool about these sets, so. They just look too cool. Too cool. Let's see. And now we get him out. I studied him, so now he's out. There we go. Very fortunate that this tank works good on its side like that. And I took the backpack off this guy, but he probably would have sat okay regardless. You know, I keep forgetting that these sets are based on a video game as opposed to, you know, like actual army military scenario. So these guys, you know, they look so over the top. There we go. And I never used the shield. So there's the sniper case. And these are all the extra bits. All typical. And I no longer feel I gotta go through the manual to figure out what's missing. Very enjoyable build. I mean, some of the details you just don't see much of unless you look at it from a weird angle. But that's what's great about the Mega Bloks stuff. They don't shy away from details. It feels a little smaller than I would like, but this is a beautiful display piece. If you don't have the figures near it, then it looks a lot better, I feel. When you put the figures beside it, then it kind of, you know, the scale gives itself away. Still not pleased with this hose piece, but I don't have a better solution to that. Other than not to use the hose. I mean, it is raised a little bit in the photography. I mean, just, oh, the details. Great set. DPB59 Desert Tank from 2016. Took me 5 videos, I don't know, let's say 5 to 6 hours, but that's with me building, talking, chatting, yapping. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to close her down. And if I got time, I might build something later tonight. You know, why not? It's the weekend, right? 2 manuals. There, that's a nice shot. So thanks for joining me, Richard Martin, for All Bricks Count. Please like, comment, subscribe to All Bricks Count on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You can find me on Snups at Snups/RMBrickB. Take a look at a lot of sets. I don't know, there's like 500 or 1,000 sets there. With photos, links to videos. And of course, if you're watching me on YouTube, you know, I don't know, 300, 400, 500 videos up already. And if you're on Facebook, why not join me first in the Lego Club Canada on Facebook? Secondly, we have a large group of most of the, or at least all the large ones anyway, most of the large ones. The Bricklink and Brick Owl stores. of Canada. So if you're looking for Lego, Bricklink Lego Stores of Canada is the actual name of the group. So I encourage anyone, you don't have to be Canadian, you don't have to be Canadian to join any of my groups. Come on in and come say hi. In the case of the Bricklink group, lots of sellers. Lego Club Canada is a smaller group that we kind of rebranded and giving new birth to, and lots of chit chat for Lego. And of course, but not least, is the third group, Mega Bloks, Mega Constructs Canada, which is probably how you probably found this video, if you didn't find it on YouTube itself. Small group, we're growing. Our goal is to be the #1 Mega Bloks group in Canada. It's good to have goals, right? So anyway, oh, and of course, hey, don't forget my page. Again, All Bricks Count. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I'm everywhere. Thanks for joining me. And catch you on the next one. Peace. Oh, and watch out for all of my reviews on everything I'm building. I'm about 3 sets behind now on the reviews, because they're built and I just keep building through them. I want to plow through them, but I'm running out of video space, so now I've got to start doing my videos. So anyway, take care guys. Peace.